Okay, we finish up the readings for the ninth Sunday after Pentecost, July 26th, 2026, with the Gospel. This is also our third week on the 13th chapter of Matthew. Our verses are 44 to 52. There's a whole bunch of little teeny tiny parables in here, and I love these. These are so precious and so sweet. The first one is just one verse, Matthew 13:44. The kingdom of heaven is like a treasure hidden in the field, which a man found and hid. And from joy over it, he goes and sells all that he has and buys that field. Almost every person I've ever heard teach or preach on this has had the perspective that this is what we are called to do when we become believers. We are to set aside everything that we have, everything that we want, and put Christ first, put the kingdom first. And that's great. There are other places where Jesus teaches that. Yes, that's absolutely acceptable. But I heard one pastor preach once that we are the treasure. Jesus gave up everything that he had because he found us, and he forsook everything to buy us. Like this man who finds a treasure in a field and gets rid of everything because he wants that treasure. That treasure is more valuable to him than anything that he could possibly have, and he gives up everything for that. That's what Jesus does for you and me. There is nothing that he held on to when he came to die on the cross, because we are that valuable to him. Why? I don't know. I look at myself and I think, how could you? Why would you give up what you have? Heaven, oneness with your Father, to come down here and die like that for me, for us. But he did. We're the treasure. Jesus sees us and says, I have nothing that is worth more than that. He looks at you and says that today. I don't know how to receive that. It's mind-blowing to me. And if we get nothing else out of these readings for the Sunday of July 26th, hold on to that. You are Jesus's treasure, and there is nothing that he has that is more valuable than you. He says it right here in Matthew 13. Verse 45, again, the kingdom of heaven is like a merchant seeking fine pearls. And upon finding one pearl of great value, he went and sold all that he had and bought it. Same thing. Reload. We're the pearl. Jesus gave up everything. Should we give up everything for the kingdom? Yes, absolutely. But I think it's an even stronger message to realize that we're the treasure and that Christ already gave up everything. He went first. That makes it more natural and easier for us to see, oh, we can give up everything for him too. Yeah, let's align our lives with him. Verse 47, again, the kingdom of heaven is like a dragnet cast into the sea and gathering fish of every kind. And when it was filled, they drew it up on the beach and sat down and gathered the good fish into containers, but the bad they threw away. So it will be at the end of the age. That means when Jesus comes back. The angels, like he said in the parable about the wheat and the tares and the reapers, the angels shall come forth and take out the wicked from among the righteous. That isn't our job. Here he said it again 2 times in the same chapter. We don't separate the evil from the good because we don't know what his plan or his purpose is. I'm not saying we can't put bad people in jail. Should bad people be in jail? Yes. Yes. But we don't get to say you can't belong to the kingdom of God. There have to be consequences for for crimes, right? We do this even with our children. They step out of line, they sin, there's a consequence. What Jesus is saying is we can't assume that we know where somebody's going to spend eternity. We don't know that. And so he says the angels are going to make that determination at the second coming. Verse 51, have you understood all these things? They said to him, yes. Hilarious. Obviously they didn't and couldn't, and neither can we. And so this is one of the benefits of the lectionary. 3 years from now, we're going to read these chapters again. Let's see where we are then, what God has brought us to by the time 3 more years have passed. Verse 52, he says to them, every scribe who has become a disciple of the kingdom of heaven is like a head of a household who brings forth out of his treasure things new and things old. The kingdom is growing constantly. There are people who have, for their entire lives, walked with him, known him, loved him, and obeyed him. There are people like me who spent their entire adult lives actively working against him and then got brought back. There are people who have never been faithful, who have yet to join the kingdom, old and new. We don't know what his purpose is, what his plan is. We just know what he says. Know me, love me, obey me.